Good morning students, again I am here and it is my third video of this week and first video of this chapter. Chapter 23 Line Graphs. In previous class students, we have discussed only about the chapter 20 volume and surface area of solids. So students, this is the part of the geometry. This chapter is the part of the geometry. Okay, and the topic is today we will discuss about the introduction of only line graph. Okay dear, so let's see. So here the first question, because here this chapter is all based on graph. Okay, so at first we have to see the question. Consider the following input output table. It is the table when it is given, you can see here this table. Okay, and we have to draw a line graph for it and also use the graph drawn to predict the outputs for the inputs of 3 and 6. Okay, because 1 2 4 5 7 given, we have to find the inputs of 3 and 6. Let's see here. At first you can see this graph. Okay, directly I have drawn, but what steps we have used you can see here. That is one input. So step is what? That draw a horizontal line OX. OX I have drawn. Okay, and vertical line OY. Here you can see OY is the vertical line. Okay, now step 2, take the input on OX. Here we have taken input on OX, you can see, and output on OY. Here we have kept output on OY. Now step 3, now we have to take the scale also here. So take the scale on x axis as 1 unit. You can see these are all consecutive numbers. Okay, some numbers are missing only, so we can take from 1 0 to 1, then 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this, and y axis as 1 unit is equal to 2 output unit. Okay, we can take 0 to 5 10 15 20 25 like this. Okay, so here now step 4, on graph paper plot the points. Here you can see 1 2 2 5 4 11 5 14 like coordinate and 7 20. Here we have put it, you can see this figure. Okay, here 1 2 2 5, here value, all value we have put it here. Okay, and we have joined all the lines. Now say students, step 5, join all the parts consecutive to obtain the line graph. So students, now we have drawn. Now what we have to find? We have to find the outputs. We have to see the input 3 and 6. 3 and 6. Here I have drawn 3 and 6. Okay, perpendicular from A and from B. And we have to see this. In next slide we can see here. Okay. So you can see here in this slide we can see 3 is 8 and 6 is 18. You can see here. If you will draw here this line, it comes on 8. Okay, and 6, it comes on 18. If you will see minutely here, then you can easily observe that is on y-axis the output will be for 3 it is 8 and for 6 it is 18. Okay, now so students, let's move to the next question. Okay, students, here you can see this question, that the table given below shows the data collected for Tanvij walking on the road. This is the table here. Time in 0 minutes she traveled only 0 kilometer. In next 5 minutes she traveled 0.5 kilometer. Again in next 5 minutes, it means up to 10 minutes she traveled up to 1 kilometer like this. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have to draw a line graph and we have to answer some questions. Here these are the questions here. One by one we will solve these questions here after drawing the graph. Okay dear, so let's see. At first you can see that is step 1 is what? That at first we will draw a horizontal line OX and vertical line OY on graph paper. Next, step 2, we will take the time on OX and distance on OY. You can see in this graph here. Okay, here this is the graph. Okay, here we have taken time in minutes and on x-axis and distance in kilometer on y-axis. Okay, now step 3, take the scale on x-axis as 2 unit. You can see 2 box. Here 0 2, here 1 unit, and again here. So 2 units we can take as 5 minutes and here 1 unit as 0.25 kilometer. Okay, like this. Okay students, so now we have drawn the figure. Okay, now we will solve some questions. So in next slide you can see here, this is the figure. Now, first question is, in what time period did Tanvi make the most progress? You can see there in between 0 to 5. There it is the it is increasing. Again 5 to 10 same increasing. But you can see in 10 to 15 that line has going down. Again 15 to 20 going down. 20 to 25 going down. Okay. So like this you can see there that the distance between 0 to 5 and 5 to 10 is always the most. It means in between 0 to 5 and 5 to 10, see their progress will the most. So we can say that the Tanvi made the most progress between 0 to 5 minutes and 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Now, next is, what is the ratio of the total distance covered in 15 minutes to that covered in 25 minutes? So you can see in 15 minutes she has covered 1.25 kilometer. In 25 minutes she has covered 1.75 kilometer. So let's find the ratio. 1.25 by 1.75, point cancel, 25 5 ja, 25 7 ja. It means 5:7 is the ratio. Next, what is the percentage increase in distance covered in 15 minutes as compared to that in 10 minutes? So in 15 minutes, the distance covered is 1.25. In 10 minutes, the distance covered is 1. Okay. So, the difference, increased distance 0.25 kilometer to 1% increase 0.25, and it is comparing to 1. So we will 1 kilometer, it means what, or 10 minutes, then 0.25 by 10, and if you will remove this percentage there, then you will get 100 downside, okay, and then 100 and 100 both will cancel, only 25% will be the percentage increase. So I hope that you all have understood, students. So students, in assignment work you have to do some questions in RS survival book. You have to solve exercise 23 question number 1 to 5. Okay, and all you have to solve in graph copy. Okay students, so thank you dear.